Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel dedicated to World of Warcraft housing. Today I want to take you on a journey with me on how I created my Dracthyr Room, or Dragon Lair as I like to call it. I wanted to give my main the room that he deserves, and since he is a little luxurious evoker, I wanted to get this luxurious spoiled aspect inside his room as well. So first of all, I had to figure out what Dracthyr aesthetic would look like in my opinion. So I placed some random items here and there to figure out what look I wanted to go for. And before I started designing the actual room, I realized that the door frame you can see here would absolutely not fit the rest of my house. So I decided to cover it up with some wooden elements and this blood elf table to make it match the aesthetic of my house better and not stand out too much. And this is what I came up with. So now we go back to the main room, and I wanted to fit two sorts of aesthetics inside the room. On the one hand, I wanted to make it look very Dracthyr-ish to fit the Dracthyr decor items inside his room. And on the other hand, I wanted to create something that looked like a dragon lair or a dragon grotto by using these huge stone elements that I placed on the side of the room here. But first of all, I decided that I wanted to create a huge window inside his room with an actual view outside. So I used some blood elf walls and blood elf decor to create huge windows, and I used the usual woolen rug trick to create the sky or the sea, and I placed some trees behind the window to hopefully create the illusion of an actual view. And my goal was to rebuild the view you would have from my actual plot, and this is plot 10 at Founder's Point. So I would go for a dark bluish aesthetic and use these typical duskwoody trees and plants. And actually, I wanted to recreate the lighthouse that you could see from my plot inside this view. So I tried my best to use some items to actually create a lighthouse. And in the finished build, I will use a light that actually rotates, so the illusion of the lighthouse would work even better. But for now, I just chose to have the static light and work with what I had at that time. And I am actually quite happy, because this is the first time that I wanted to build something that was not in the game. So I had to use some different decor items to create something completely new. And that is a lot of fun, and I want to do this much more often. When looking at this video footage, I realized that building the view and the windows was by far the longest part, and I did a lot of try and error until I was happy with it. And now I can actually start building the rest of the room and use some decor items to breathe a little life into this evoker room, actually. And here you can see me starting to build the dragon lair part of the room. And I absolutely wanted to go for this kind of aesthetic because I wanted to use this hot tub item that I placed here, because my evoker is a healer and healing M+ keys can get rather stressful, so after a long day of healing his teammates, he really needs to unwind himself and take a bath and enjoy the view out of his room. So that was the actual story I was going for when building this sorts of wellness area for him. I experimented a lot with the lighting here because I didn't want it to be too gloomy and dark, but I wanted to make it a little magical and relaxing. So I had to figure out what sorts of lighting I wanted to go for in this build. And I actually decided to use a lot of fiery, warm, yellow-orangey tones to match this cozy aesthetic I wanted to go for. So this area that I'm building here is supposed to be his sleeping area. I wanted to use the draconic nesting bed that I believe leather workers from Dragonflight can craft. But I didn't have that bed at that time because I asked a guildie if she could build it for me. So I had to wait until she was done getting all that lumber and sending me the item over, which is totally fine. I am so glad she did this for me, and I did not have to buy the nesting bed off of the auction house, because actually on my server it's currently around 60k or something like that. So she was so kind and saved me a lot of money, and I promised I would craft her something as well to return the favor. This little area that I'm decorating here is supposed to be all the equipment you would take with you when you head to a raid or to an M+ key and you need all your supplies and healing potions and stuff before you head out. And then I realized that the actual item I used here was clipping through the wall, such as a lot of these stones were, and I had to readjust everything, resize everything, reposition everything so it wouldn't clip through the walls. And then I wanted to add some more details and decoration to the room to fill it with even more life and character, which is my favorite part of decorating or creating a room in WoW housing, but also the part that goes heavily on my decor budget. As you can see, I am still level 4 with my house. I have not enough decor items collected yet to reach level 5, but that is okay. I'm slowly working on it. I still need to farm a few dungeons and raids for some items, and I still have a lot of vendors that have locked items because I did not finish a certain quest line. So it's actually not too hard to get the items, but it takes some time, and time is very rare at the moment, so I will go there slowly but surely. So while you and I are going through the last parts of decorating the room and adding some final touches, I wanted to ask, what is your favorite racial aesthetic? Do you prefer the classical human and orcish style? Do you go for some night elf and blood elf style? Do you enjoy something more unique like Dracthyr or maybe Worgen aesthetic? What's your favorite aesthetic? What items are you hoping for to be added in the near future so you can make your decor dreams come true? And here we are. The room is finished, and as you can see, I got my hands on this wonderful draconic nesting bed. And I really hope you enjoyed this speed build video and that I could inspire you or maybe give you some ideas on how you wanted to build your next room. I really hope the lighthouse illusion works for you. I am really happy with it. And yeah, thank you so much for staying till the end with me and taking your time to enjoy housing together with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can see you in the next video.